Let's go ahead and get started. I am Coach Lindsay. Thank you for joining me for today's chair class. Today we are going to be doing lower body focus, specifically a focus on the hips. I'll preview the workout, of course, but we're doing lots of abduction, adduction, a little bit of hip flexion, a little bit in there. So lots of good stuff today. We're going to be doing 4 sets total. Basically, set 1 is everything on the left side, set 2 is everything on the right side, and then repeating everything twice. So lots of repetition, but also very quick and effective as well. To preview, let's make sure that we have a good chair. I have a good plastic chair that's nice and hard, nice and sturdy on the ground, so please make sure you have the same. We're not going to be just comfortably sitting in our chair. We're going to kind of be using our chair as a tool a little bit today, so we want to make sure we have a good sturdy chair. So let's go ahead and get started in our warm-up. Everybody just join me, making sure that you are a couple inches scooted forward on your chair, just to make sure you're not relying on the back of that chair there. You're nice and tall, core is engaged, and let's just start with a quick march here. So bringing those knees up, just getting the hip flexors warmed up a little bit, keeping those toes nice and light on the floor, just kind of keeping a nice point. Nice and tall, big deep breaths in and out. I'm really excited that it's finally spring and I get to actually, I always wear the same colors, but it's actually kind of fitting now in the season, so it's very nice. Hopefully you all are getting some nice spring weather. Very excited about this time of year. Let's go ahead and add in some knee hugs. So for this, you're gonna wanna scoot a little bit further up in your chair, and we're just gonna take that knee, we're gonna grab that knee towards our chest and then release. So getting a nice glute and hamstring stretch in here. Let's try to stay nice and tall here. Try not to lean back in your chair. We really don't wanna be using that the back of our chair very much. We wanna make sure our core is staying nice and activated, nice and engaged here. Awesome. Excellent. Couple more here on each side, and we'll move into some ankle mobility. Not really using your ankles too much, but it never hurts to get those things mobilized. And last one here on that left side. Let's go ahead and take our legs out, or one leg out to an extension. I'm going to start with my left leg, and we're just going to do some nice easy ankle circles. So nice and slow, nothing complicated here, just to get that ankle mobility out, just going in one direction. Nice big circles, flexing that calf muscle. I almost forgot the name of the muscle for a second. Flexing that calf muscle as you come up, pointing that toe. Let's change directions here. Excellent. All right, let's go ahead and change sides. So relax that left leg, bring that right leg up, and start that ankle circle. Always just feels so nice getting all that all stretched out and mobilized before we do anything with the lower body. So like I said, today's class, all hip focused. So this is great if you're trying to strengthen your hips. Maybe you're coming off of a hip injury. Of course, make sure that you're cleared by your doctor, but this is just good for that hip mobilization and just making sure that we're keeping those hips nice and mobilized for all the fun things that we get to do. Let's go ahead and switch directions here. Excellent. Couple more. This is kind of a quad burner as we're holding our leg up. There's never one isolation of a movement here. We're always using multiple muscles. All right, go ahead and relax those legs. The last part of our warm up here, just some nice easy abduction and adduction. So take those feet nice and light on the floor, and we're just bringing our legs in and out. So just warming up the hips here. As like I said, we're going to be doing lots of hip movement today. So we want to make sure those hips are nice and warmed up. Try to stay nice and light on those toes. Don't lean back in your chair. Really engage that core here to hold yourself up as we bring those legs in and out. Awesome job. Couple more here. Like always, I'm just going to preview the first set. And then you guys, I'll cue you in when you can join me. So during this time, keep moving that body. If you need to, grab some water, do whatever you need to do, but I will preview that first set. So it's gonna be the same thing on both sides. So I'm just gonna preview everything on the left side. There's gonna be 4 exercises total in each set. First exercise is what we call leg lifts, okay? So you're gonna wanna play around with where you're at in your chair. We're gonna start with our left side. So your right sit bones should be right flat on the chair there. You want to use the side of your chair for extra support, and that left leg should be just dangling off of the chair here. So then we're going to take that left leg nice and straight. Again, use that chair for support, and we're up and down. So leg lifts here with that abduction, really getting that outer hip area nice and mobilized. That's exercise 1, 10 reps. Exercise 2 is toe taps. So we're going to stay in the same position, but instead of going up and down, we're going in and out. So we're going to take that foot in and out. So getting a lot of that hip flexion here as well as the glutes. So we're doing 10 reps of that on that left side. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna swivel our body this way. Again, wanna kind of make sure you're nice and situated on that chair. Your right sit bone is on that chair. Your left leg is dangling off in sort of a lunge position. Use the back of that chair for support, and we're doing hamstring curls, okay? So we're gonna keep our foot nice and flexed down, and we're bringing that heel to our butt as close as we can. This is a really small, intricate movement, so you don't have to have a ton of movement in that leg, but you're gonna feel it in those hamstrings, okay? So 10 reps there. And then to end out each set, we're going to be doing 10 chair squats. Now the chair squats are completely optional. So if you wanna join me, it's literally just getting up and down out of your chair. If getting out of your chair is not a good fit for you today, then you can stick with those hip abductions and adductions, okay? So 10 of those. All right, same thing on the right side, and then we'll repeat everything twice. So everybody go ahead and get ready with me, grab some water, do what you need to do to get prepared, and we're gonna begin on that left side. Again, scooting over, making sure your right sit bone is nice and sturdy on that chair. Hold on to the chair for support, extend that leg out, and we are here for 10, 9, really squeeze those quads, calves, nice and slow, 6, range of motion is up to you. You can go up as high as you need to. Even if it's very small, that's totally fine. 3 more. 2. Last one here. Excellent job. Go ahead and bring that leg in. Just let that hip kind of relax here as we transition into toe tap. So again, same position, just in and out. And in and out is 1 rep. So 10 of each, but 20 total. So bring that leg out, and we are forward and back for 1, 2, 3. Really make sure you're engaging that core, holding on to that side of the chair to help you stay nice and stable. Really feeling this in your glute. To try to go back as far as you can here. Excellent. 3 more. 2. And last one. That definitely starts to burn that hip a little bit. Go ahead and relax those hips. We're gonna transition into the hamstring curls. So again, sliding yourself forward. Take a second to kind of get comfortable with this position. It can feel a little bit awkward at first, but ideally we're sitting right on the edge of the chair. Your right sit bone is right on top of that chair. Hold the back of that chair for support. Keep that leg nice and straight here at a 90-degree angle, and then go ahead and begin with that hamstring curl. So lifting that ankle or that heel up to your butt for 1, 2, 3, keep going, 4, 5, excellent, 6, nice and small movement, doesn't have to be very much, 2 more here, last one. Okay, transition yourself forward. We're almost done with the first set, so now we're gonna get into those chair squats. Again, you can choose here. If you wanna do a squat with me, great. If you wanna stay in the chair, do 10 in and outs or abduction and adduction, okay? So whenever you're ready, let's go ahead and begin. Nice and easy, up and down. So go at your own pace here. We all get up and out of a chair every single day, so this is something that shouldn't be new to us, but it is something excellent to practice, as we know that it gets a little bit harder, right? To get up and out of that chair, up and off the couch, all those things. Really try to lean back on your heels when you're sitting back in your chair, coming up, really keep that core nice and engaged. 2 more here, mighty family. Excellent, last one. Awesome job, march it out. Swing those arms side to side, get those legs moving. Nice little break here in between the sets. So we're gonna do everything, same thing on the right side here. So you might notice that some of the exercises you just did on your left might feel a little bit different on your right. Your mobility might be a little bit different. So just some good things to pay attention to. Don't get discouraged if maybe your right side isn't as strong as your left side. That's why we do isolated exercises. Because when you do exercises that are kind of more together, you tend to kind of rely on one side or the other. And it's hard to kind of pay attention to which side is stronger and which side might need a little bit more work. So good things to pay attention to as we head into the right side here. We're gonna go ahead and begin in about 10 seconds here. So a couple more marches here. Go ahead and get yourself set up for those leg lifts. So this time on the right side, you wanna make sure your left sit bone is nice and sturdy on that chair. Hang on to the edge of the chair there. Extend that leg out, and let's begin. Up and down for 1, 2, 3. Really squeeze that core. Try not to let yourself go this way, right? Want to try to stay nice and tall. Excellent. 3 more. 2, last one here. Awesome job. Go ahead and bring that hip in or that leg in. Let that hip nice and relax. We're time under tension here with that leg lift. So you're gonna feel that burn, let that burn release, and then we're gonna get into the toe tap. So take that leg right out to the side again, and then we are in and back for 10. Excellent. Again, keep that core nice and engaged. Try not to lean too far to the left. We wanna stay nice and sturdy here. Should have moved my weights. They're kind of in my way, but that's okay. We'll make it work. Excellent job. Really feeling this in the glutes. This is a toughie. Lots of little muscles. Well, big, small muscles that are part of our big muscles here that we're using. Excellent. 2 more here. In and out. Last one. In and out. Bring that leg in, let that hip relax. Massage it out too if you start to kind of feel a little bit of crampiness in that hip. Totally fine to sit there and massage it out if you need to. And then let's get ready for those hamstring curls. So turn that body to the left. That left leg is gonna sit nice and straight there on the chair. Right leg is going to be in a lunge position. Use the back of your chair for support. Also, kind of use the front of it as well, whatever works best for you. And let's go here for 10. So keeping that toe nice and flexed, and then heel goes to your butt. Really gonna feel this in the hamstrings. Excellent job. Try to keep that leg at a 90-degree angle. Again, small movements here. 3 more. 2. Last one here. Excellent job. Rotate those hips back to a standard position, and we're gonna get into those chair squats again, okay? So remember your modification if you choose not to get out of the chair, and let's begin. So we're up and down. Nice job. Go at your own pace here. Another tip, if you're kind of feeling off balance, put those arms straight out in front of you. That can kind of help stabilize that core a little bit, stabilize that balance. Excellent. Really squeeze those glutes as you come up. This might feel like a simple task, but if you squeeze those leg muscles, it's gonna start to feel that contraction in the muscle there. Excellent. 3 more on my count. You might be a little ahead or behind, totally fine. Make sure you're finishing out your squats here. Last one. Awesome job. March it out if you are done. Keep going if you are not, and meet us in a march when you are done. All about accountability, right? All of our reps are gonna be a little bit differently paced, but all I care about is you're getting them done, moving your body. That's all that matters. If you would like to attend more live classes like these, click the link in the description below. March it out. Okay, this time around, we're just gonna be doing the same thing, but it's good to pay attention to how everything felt the first time. Now that we're kind of used to those exercises, those movements, we'll kind of play around with maybe, picking your pace up a little bit if you're feeling good, maybe trying to squeeze in 12 reps instead of 10 if you're also feeling good. So play around with it. Remember, this is your workout. You can do whatever you want with it. This is your time. I'm just here to guide you and talk to you. That's what we're here to do. All right, Mighty Family, keep marching it out. Keep that heart rate up here. We're gonna begin that left side in about 10 seconds here. So go ahead and get yourself set up for that left side again, beginning with those leg lifts. Make sure you're nice and sturdy. Right sit bone is nice, easy on that chair. Left leg goes out. Hand on your hip or on the chair for stability, whatever works best for you. And let's begin. Up here for 10. Excellent job. Really try to keep yourself nice and stabilized throughout your core here. We don't want to be rocking back and forth, right? We're not doing much there. Nice and sturdy. You can also place your hand here on that hip flexor. You can really feel that hip flexor muscle working when you're doing this. 2 more here. Last one. Excellent job. Slowly bring that hip back in. Rub it out a little bit if you're feeling crampy. And we're gonna go ahead and begin right into those toe taps, okay? So whenever you're ready, head right back out with that left leg, and we're in and out for 10 here. Join me when you're ready. Remember to go back as far as you can. The further you go back, the more you're gonna feel it in that glute, and try to keep this left leg as straight as possible, right? We wanna keep the quad engaged, the calf engaged, really keep those toes pointed. Excellent. Definitely feeling this in the hips at this point. We are burning. Kind of reminds me of a little bit of Pilates and ballet with these little small movements, right, of our legs. 2 more here. Last one. Excellent job. Woo, bring that leg in, rub that hip out, move that hip around if you need to, and then we're gonna get right into that hamstring curl, okay? So get into that position, just swinging ourselves facing the right. Right sit bone is on the chair, left is in a lunge position, and let's go ahead and begin. Heel to butt as close as you can get. You're probably not gonna get your heel to touch your butt. That would be quite impossible with the range of motion we're dealing with right now, but get as close as you can to really feel that hamstring contraction here. Excellent. Nice and slow. Really squeeze that hamstring as your foot is off of the floor. Great. 3 more here. 2. Last one. Excellent job. Okay, rotate that body forward. We're into our chair squats, okay? We only have 1 more set of chair squats after this. Let's go ahead and begin. Up and down. Nice and easy here. Really squeeze that core. Keep that core nice and engaged. And try not, we're really focusing on not letting ourselves just fall into that chair, right? We want to keep that muscle engagement the entire time and really just use that chair as support as our butt comes down. Excellent. 2 more here. And last one here. Up and down, relax. Awesome job, march it out. Woo, okay, we are breaking a sweat at this point. So everything, same thing on the right side this time. This is your last and final set. So let's make it count, right? Not time to slow down yet. Keep that march going. Deep breaths in and out here to control that heart rate here. We're using large muscles. Typically when you use your larger muscles, you burn a little bit more calories, your heart rate is up a little bit, you're sweating a little bit more because those muscles, those large muscles are working a lot harder. So good things going on in the lower body here. All right, Mighty Family, let's go ahead and begin. Last set, right side. Go ahead and get yourself set up with those leg lifts. Left leg, nice and easy on the side of the chair there. Right leg is gonna extend out. And let's begin. We're up for 10, 9, 8. Really squeeze that quad. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one here. Excellent job. Bring that leg in, let that hip relax, massage it out a little bit, right back into the forward and back toe taps, okay? So whenever you're ready, extend that leg back out and we are forward and back. That is 1 rep. Let's go for 10. Forward and back is 10, 9, 8, 7, excellent. 6, really engage that core here. 4, 3, 2, oh, last one, sneak it in, get back there. Last one, awesome job. Bring that hip in. We're gonna transition over to those hamstring curls, okay? So facing to the left leg is on the chair, right leg is at a lunge position. Make sure you have good support hanging onto that chair, and let's begin. Bringing that heel towards your butt for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Awesome job, Mighty Family. Turn those hips forward, neutral chair position, and let's get into those chair squats. Remember, if by now you're feeling a little tired with those chair squats, you can do the in and out hip abductions for 10, okay? And let's begin. We're up for 10, 9, really squeeze that core, engage that belly button to your spine. Excellent. If you want an extra challenge, don't sit down. Just let your butt tap that chair, right? That's gonna feel a lot more tension in your quad. So you kind of play around with what feels best here. Halfway through. Three more. Excellent job. Last one here. Awesome job. Back in that chair, march it out. Whew, we are done. Quick and easy. Well, I wouldn't say easy, quick and effective, I will say. Still lots of good things going on in the hips there. Let's bring that march down nice and slow here to slowly bring that heart rate back down. We're gonna do lots of hip stretches here just to make sure everything's stretched out, but please, please do more stretching if you are so inclined to. We always recommend doing a lot of stretching after leg movements just because we are using our legs a lot, more than our arms, that's for sure. So let's go ahead and get into a figure 4 stretch. So we're gonna come a little bit forward in our chair just to make sure that we have good stability on the floor. We're gonna bring that left leg ankle on top of the right knee, and then you're gonna take your left hand and push down on that left knee, just so you feel that slight stretch there in the outer hip area, a little bit of the inner hip as well. Big deep breaths in and out. Try to push down a little further to get a deeper stretch here. Excellent job. Nice and tall. And go ahead and switch sides. Right leg this time, or right ankle on top of the left knee, right hand on top of the right knee, and go ahead and push down. I feel like by now I'm getting pretty good at my side, left and right call out. Sometimes I get a little mixed up, but you know what I mean. You can follow along. Excellent job. In and out, big deep inhale and exhale, push down a little bit further, deeper stretch here. Excellent job. All right, relax that leg. We're here for some static knee hug. So scoot a little bit further in that chair, pull that knee to your chest, similar to our warm up, but this time we're just holding the stretch. If you need a deeper stretch, you can go ahead and lean back on the back of that chair and just roll that hip out as well. This can also feel really nice in the glutes and the top of the hip flexor there. If you don't want to roll the hip out, you can just hold your knee in place. Do whatever feels best here. Excellent job. Go ahead and release that left leg. Same thing on the right side. Pull that right leg, knee to chest. And then if you want to extend back in your chair a little bit and roll out that hip, go right ahead. I encourage it. This is always so nice. This is also one of my favorite stretches to do when you're laying down flat. So laying down flat on your back, extending your leg out on the floor, and then pulling that knee to chest is always a very nice hip and glute stretch as well. Excellent job. Go ahead and release that right leg. Last stretch here, we're just gonna do a little bit of an inner thigh stretch. So sit back in your chair, take those legs nice and wide, and we're just going to take our hands and kind of push outwards with our knees and just kind of forward fold ever so slightly, just so you kind of feel that good stretch here in the inner thigh. Try to keep your butt on the chair there. We don't want to be falling face first into the floor. That would not be very fun. So try to keep nice and stable. Engage that core here. Just push those knees out. Deep breaths here. Excellent job, Mighty Family. Whenever you're ready, sit back, bring those legs in, and you are free to go. Thank you so much for joining me for today's chair lower body. Stay tuned for all the great events like meditations and Pilates that we have going on next week. Have a great day.